What up, though, y'all? It's Chris. Appreciate you connecting with me while I do these night steps. And I'm going to just get right in, man. This one is for the ladies that follow me. You know, my channel is mostly male self-improvement, but I do have a few ladies who follow me, and I do appreciate y'all for that. You know, most of the stuff that I say, it is geared specifically towards men, but there are some things that I say that are universal that men can tap into as well. But this is a message specifically for the ladies who check out my channel. Ladies, listen to the men in your lives. You know, your husbands, your big brother, your father, your uncle, you know, your grandfather. You know, listen to the men in your lives. The reason why I say this is because men, our job is to protect. You know, it's provision and protection. And I fully believe that women need guidance and leadership. Always have, always will. I mean, we can talk about how in modern times, you know, I don't need no man, all that sort of stuff. That's just simply not true. You do need a man. You do need our protection. And when you don't get our protection, the first thing you do is talk about how sisters are the least protected. Okay. Well, we don't want that to be the case. We don't want to hear that sisters are the least protected. We don't want that for you. We want to protect you. But you have to learn when to fall in line and follow. So that's why we're here. I've seen so many situations where a woman ends up, you know, in a really bad spot, in a bind that she otherwise wouldn't be in because she didn't listen to the men in her life. You know, listen to your father. Why wouldn't you? Listen to your man. Why wouldn't you? You know, these are people that are in your life for a reason. It's their job to look out for you, and they're going to give you advice on how to avoid being hurt, on how to avoid being in danger. But you have to get out of your own way and be willing to listen to the guidance and counsel. You know, I really have seen women be like, I ended up in this situation and I didn't listen. I ended up in that situation, such and such tried to tell me. It doesn't have to be that way. You know, you have to start listening to the men in your life, because bottom line is, if you are in a bind, who are you calling? You're going to call one of those guys that I just named. Your dad, your granddad, your big brother, your cousin, your uncle. One of those men is who's going to get the call, if not all of them. They may all get together and come find you. But nothing's worse than ending up in a bad situation that you otherwise didn't have to be in if you would have simply listened. You're going to put the people in your life who their job is to protect you and who care about you, and you, I'm assuming, care about them. You're going to put them in dangerous situations that they otherwise wouldn't have been in because you were too hard-headed to listen to good advice. Hold on now. Excuse me. So why do that? You know, we live in very dangerous times. We live in some complicated times too. And we also live in a time where things are just kind of out of order. Some things are called old-fashioned. This, I don't believe, is one of them, though. I don't believe that a man's job to provide and protect is ever going to be something that's old-fashioned. It's going to be modern through and through forevermore. It's always going to be our responsibility to take care of the women in our lives. So one of the mistakes that I see women make is they think they know men better than men, and you don't, and you never will. If you have men in your life telling you, hey, this guy is dangerous, or hey, that guy is a user, or hey, that guy, you know, he's a thief, he's a player, all these things. Listen. You know, one of the issues is, ladies, I love you, but, you know, you think more emotional than rational. You tend to think with your heart rather than with logic and reasoning. And there is a place for that, but not when you're possibly putting yourself in danger. You must you must listen to people that you know love you and care about you. You have to kind of get out of your own way. There's no reason to be so hard-headed when it comes to taking good advice. Wouldn't you agree? So if you have people around you and they have a track record of giving you sound advice, of keeping you safe, why in the world would you ignore their counsel? Things have gotten really strange now. I mean, before this wasn't a thing. Now I know there are some ladies out there who they get this, they understand it, and they already live by this. I've seen it myself. I've seen women that are like, listen, I have uncles, I have brothers, my dad. If I'm ever in danger, all of them gonna pull up. That's right. They sure are gonna pull up, because that's what we do. We always gonna show up for the women in our family. But she also mentioned how it is her job to listen to them because she doesn't want to possibly put them in a dangerous situation that they otherwise wouldn't be, because she was hard-headed. Because really, you're in a dangerous situation because you ignored all, sound counsel, and now they have to come expose themselves to danger to get you out of danger, when you would not have been there if you just simply listened to reason. Some of you, this message you need to hear because you're just a little too proud and you got to get out of your own way. Strong and independent has its place. I know that's a thing now, ladies. You want to be independent, you want to be strong, you want to be separate from a man and whatnot. But that nets, in my opinion, from what I've observed, the worst possible results. It almost never works out. And why do you want to be independent anyway? Why do you want to be independent from the men when the men are the protectors? You can't have it both ways. I know you want to move independent, and that's fine, but you can move independent and still be rational and reasonable about it. So one of the things that I need y'all to do in hearing this message is understand the men in your life are in your life for a reason. And no matter what role they play, the job of protector comes with it. And what I mean by role, it doesn't matter if they're your granddaddy, your daddy, your uncle, your brother, your cousin. If they are a male in your life, the job of protector comes along with it. So if you are in trouble, you can call one of them and they're going to pull up. But again, don't put people in bad situations on some hard-headed stuff. If your male cousin says, don't go to this guy's house, this guy be on some grapey type stuff, don't take your behind to his house. If your brother is like, hey, listen, I know this dude, I've seen him before, he be on some Bill Cosby type stuff, slipping stuff in your drink and whatnot. Why are you going to hang out with that dude? I see situations where women go hang out with a group of guys, and that never, ever ends up well. You go hang out with a group of guys, everybody drinking, everybody smoking, something is going to happen. Somebody is going to be doing some smashing, and somebody is going to be getting smashed, willingly or not. Don't even put yourself in that situation. I hate when that happens, when a woman puts herself in a really bad situation, something bad happens, and now she is just broken behind it. Like, I can't believe this happened to me. Everyone thinks they're special, and it won't happen to them until it does. So what I need you to do is stop thinking that you're an exception to the rule and putting yourself in harm's way unnecessarily, and just simply start moving better. So I implore you, listen to the men in your life. The advice that they are giving you, if you know it's sound, why are you ignoring it? Just because you don't want to be under the guidance and leadership of a man? That doesn't make sense, especially when you're in that dangerous situation. It's not one of your girlfriends that you calling to pull up. It's not. It's one of the men in your life. So if they are good enough to come out and die for you, they should be good enough for you to listen to. I'm going to leave it there at that. I appreciate y'all connecting with me. I'm going to continue this night walk. Subscribe, thumbs up. I'll holler at y'all. Peace.